Chandigarh, the golf hotspot that has produced the likes of Jeev Milkha Singh, Gaganjeet Bhullar, Irina Brar, Karandeep Kochar and others, is also home to one of India's unsung heroes. Meet Jaskrit Singh, aka Jesse Grewal, the first golf coach to be honoured with the prestigious Dronacharya Award.
I'm fortunate to get it. I'm very happy and very lucky to get it. But it's also the recognition the government has given golf itself, right? In the sense that it's never happened before. I mean, we've had Arjuna awardees, but never a Dronacharya Award. Wasn't even considered.
A man who has made the golf course his home for the last 50 years, Jesse was the coach of the Indian team at the Asian Games 2023 and is the force behind India's best male golfer, Subhankar Sharma.
I started actually in 73 or whatever it is, right? And I was in a boarding school. When I came to Chandigarh, I started playing some golf, but there was no tour in the 70s. I mean, there was nothing in serious golf. So I joined the Tea Gardens. I came back from the Tea Gardens. I was working in the SAM for some years, and then I came back, and at that time the PGA of India had just about started getting its feet going in 87, 88, and they wanted a lot of gentlemen pros, as they called it that time. So Simran Singh sir approached us. We were 3-4 of us, and we were playing decent enough golf, and said, why don't you turn pro and play the tour? At that time we had tournaments in Amritsar, Jalandhar, Batinda. They had tournaments a lot in North also apart from that. So we played a little bit, and wasn't easy to travel because I already was into business and doing some stuff. So at that time it happened that because I was playing, somebody approached me for a lesson, and I said, look, I'm not sure I know how to give a lesson. And he said, why don't you try? And when I gave that person a lesson, another person approached me, and it just started going. The lesson started at that time. And even at that time, I was fortunate that a lot of people got their kids to me, the juniors. And so in the early 90s, there were a whole lot of juniors coming out of Chandigarh at that time, and a lot of them started working with me. And I enjoyed teaching them. I mean, it became so much more fun teaching juniors. I also went to the US for a training program, but was more happy with what was started off by Donato, and it was more professional than what I went to the US. It was a little bit of a commercial thing, the US GTF and things like that. Yeah, so it's Aditi, and who's playing very well. There's Diksha, who's playing very well. Shubhankar's is up. I think he's playing well. Fuller won last year very recently. So I think it's one of the strongest Indian teams which will be going into this. And I think I have a good expectation. We all hope for the best. And I think they are the best team which could be put forward. So I think the chances of them doing well is very high. In golf, you have to just keep upping your game. You have to just stay there. You can never feel that you have arrived. You have to keep working all the time. And I think all of them are doing it. So you have to really put in that extra effort. Whenever you think that you're good, you have to still get better. When we started golf, there were no ranges, right? Everything you learned was about how to play the game. The first fairway would open up at certain time in the evening, and you were allowed to hit balls for an hour, hour and a half, and there were caddies, and you had your own balls, and you learned to hit your caddy's feet. Today, the amateurs, Indian amateurs who are there in the Indian Open, physically they are nothing compared to what all the Europeans are, and that's sad to see that, because they're not paying attention at an early age on the physical part. Guys are hitting it long now, and you see from abroad they're churning out these long hitters like this. They're just coming out because they become an athlete first before they become a golfer. And our people become a golfer and they think just the skill will do the work, and we need that part to get better and better. And you were physically fit that way, but not golf fitness. Golf fitness has definitely improved. So there are places in India where there is, but you know, they are low on infrastructure. We need much more infrastructure than we have. I mean, like, if you think of the Indian Open there was a thing that they might be redoing the golf course here. I mean, there was not enough places to find an alternative in India to have an event of that nature, right? Some people don't have a range, some people don't have something, and so it's sad that we are a country where we don't have the infrastructure to produce that top level of golf, because we don't have it. We have a handful of good golf courses which are that standard, right? So we need that for sure. I mean, Chandigarh has been a nursery because firstly, the golf course allowed kids for many years. Now it's getting tougher for kids to play because there are too many members, and it's become, I mean, earlier we had times where the course was empty and you could have play, all the kids were allowed to play. Now it's become a little more restrictive. They can't play weekends, they can't do that. And when they can't play weekends, they already are in school the rest of the week, so when will they play? So I keep fighting with the committees to try and permit some more kids to play, and the better ones are permitted.